यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी राधा माधवा इंद्र बिहारी Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्रीनिवास पद्मावती वेंकटेश्वर बालाजी की श्रील प्रभुपाद की समावेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदव्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavatyuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. In the contemporary world we are living in, those human beings who know the art of conserving their energies without unnecessarily wasting them, they are the people who will be ahead in everything. You will see. Because other parameters given the same, without any, for example, everybody is having the same gadgets facilities. Everybody is having the same opportunity for education. Everybody is having conditions similar. But you will see that those people who don't waste their bodily, mental energies, and those who conserve it, they are ahead. You must have seen that video of the white top-notch CEOs rise at 4 a.m. Have you seen that video? Correct, yeah. So they have found out a way by which they can conserve their good health and energies, correct now? Sleep early, rise early, the internal mechanisms of your body are repaired well, and you are healthy next day, and you are able to give better efficiency work from morning 4 a.m. to night 10 p.m. Correct now? So that's one example I am giving you. In the same manner, those who drain their energy by anger, by greed, by pride, by lust, they wither away good amount of their body energy of their body, mind and soul, due to which naturally that impairs their functioning in this world, in all walks of life, whether it is spiritual life or material life. So that is why when we talk about those who are wise, you will find 90% people versus the top 10% people. The top 5% or 10% are wise, others are otherwise. So because they have no clue of how to lead their life. So when you are a child, your focus is on the toys. When you are a college student, your focus is on the academics. When you are a businessman, your focus is on the money. When you are an old man, your focus is on the health. At any given point of time, you will see that you have some focus in this world that you chase after. And life is like a race, life is like a competition in this world. So in youth, people earn a lot of money by slogging, working very hard. In old age, they spend it for their health. So where did they enjoy in between? When are you going to truly enjoy life? So when you see somebody slogging 16 hours a day, they will say that now I will earn so that after I retire, I will enjoy. Correct, no? But after they retire, they are repairing their body because they worn out their body already. So therefore, the Vedic program is always body, mind, soul. The Vedas never are one-sided. If somebody takes a one-sided approach to life in a materialistic fashion, like what Hiranyakashipu did, Hiranyakashipu's program was one-sided approach. What was the one side he took? Which approach was it? What was Hiranyakashipu's approach? Prabhupada writes in Sri Ishopanishad, one cunning gentleman, like the Prabhupada writes. Why he calls him as the one cunning gentleman? What was his one-sided approach? Materialistic approach. He was taking, actually there are two sides. There is material side, there is spiritual side. So your soul is spiritual, your body is material, and you are a combination of both the things now. You are spirit soul, but you are not only the spirit soul, you also have a material body. So there has to be something done for the material body, something to be done for the spirit soul, correct now? Then only there will be balance. Otherwise, life is considered as one-sided. So he took a one-sided materialistic approach. But out of the two, which is more important if you see, like if I ask you which is important, car or the driver? Because if there's an accident, I say, either the driver can die or the car can be damaged, either of the two. Which one do you prefer? Correct. Out of the two, driver is more important, correct? Because driver can always get another car. One car is damaged, isn't it? So the Vedic life starts with the soul, you will see that. And the soul is enveloped in the mind and the body. So there is a very detailed understanding, even in the Vedic literature, about the functioning of not only the soul, even about the mind and the body also, how they function. So once you learn the mechanism, now the modern man is more and more realizing the depth of the knowledge given in the Vedas, and it's becoming widely known all across the globe. And one such knowledge that is most prevalent now, I will begin with that. So once upon a time, three friends went to they actually had to go through a jungle to go to some place, some village. They were thinking that we will reach by, noon. But then the jungle was so thick that they got stranded on the way. By 1 o'clock or so, they were still halfway through. So they were hungry. So they sat down. All around there were thorny bushes in the forest. You've seen how in jungle there is a thick growth of so many trees and no villages around. They're wondering what to do. We are hungry, we are thirsty, where will we go? So tired, they sat down. So one of them got up and said, okay, I'll find out something. So he just went straight, and a little distance, short distance away he went, he found a big mango tree there. Huge mango tree with plenty of mangoes and, thin cover and small seed of the plumpy mangoes. So he was thinking, what a God's creation. Even in the middle of the jungle, surrounded by all thorny bushes, here's a mango tree. So he thought of picking up some mangoes and eating. He thought he could do either of the two, either pluck the mangoes from the tree or pick up the mangoes fallen down. So he saw on the sand, many mangoes had fallen from the tree. So he thought, why to injure the tree by plucking? Some sages would not even pluck from a tree. So he heard about that. So he picked up some of the mangoes and he washed them in the nearby pond. And he thanked God and thanked the tree, and he ate it to his heart's content. And then he was about to leave. So he thought, whenever you take anything from anybody, you also should do something in return. Correct, no? What is it called as? Expressing your gratitude, isn't it? So then whatever mangoes he ate, 4 or 5 mangoes, he took all the seeds and dug the ground and sowed it and watered them and told the tree, my dear tree, this is the little service I have done for you. This this mango seeds will grow into small saplings. They will be your children. So I did this small, accept the service, he said. And then he cheerfully returned back. And when he returned back, he told his friends, "My dear friends, don't worry. You don't have to go too far. Just go straight and take a right. There's a big tree there. Huh? Enjoy the mangoes. You can go now." So second one got up. And then he went to the same mango tree. When he saw the large mango tree, he was delighted. Huh? Immediately he tore down 2 branches, put it on either of the shoulder. And then he said to himself, "I will find out if there is any village in the neighborhood where I can sell this firewood. And I can also sell the mangoes. And I can fill my pocket with a lot of money." So immediately he ran to the sell and make a business out of it. So the third fellow, he got up and he went to the same spot. So he saw the tree, big tree, and he was surprised. In my village, when I grew a mango sapling, it stopped midway. It didn't grow. Because he was little careless. He didn't make any fence. So the goats put their mouth and it didn't grow further. But look at this tree. In the forest, it's growing so big. So I became envious of the tree. I couldn't grow a big tree, and this has grown on its own so big. So he said, "I think I should cut down this tree." Then he said to himself, "Cutting down will exert too much energy. I think I can burn down this tree." He was telling. And then he thought, before burning the tree, let me eat some mangoes. So he looked around. There were some mangoes which were green on one side and orange on the other side. Are they good mangoes? They are not good ones. They are spoiled ones. That's what he picked up. And then he put in his mouth. Immediately he felt this uneasy sensation in the teeth. Immediately he spat it and threw it away and said, "What kind of mangoes you have created? Useless tree," he was saying. Actually, he didn't have the discrimination power to choose the right type of mangoes, isn't it? If any of you were to pick up a mango, you'll pick up a good-looking mango which is fully orange, isn't it? So he blamed the tree for his own ignorance. And he was considering destroying the tree. You can see that. So these 3 fellows approached the same tree, but with 3 different type of mindsets. Correct, no? So now let us recollect. The first man who approached the tree, what type of mindset he had? 5 things you can think about. Anybody? Especially knuckle group only should answer this, okay? Service. He actually wanted to render some service to the tree because he had received some favor from the tree. That means people, this is sattva people. People in sattva they will never selfishly accept things for themselves. They also feel that it's our duty to do something in return when you receive some favor from somebody. Then, anything else? Thank you.
Very humble.
Yeah?
Very humble to treat.
Humble, whatever humble. I told you, with this humility, what did he do? That's very important, yeah?
He had gratitude.
What was the attitude?
Gratitude.
Gratitude, yeah. He had a gratitude, correct. Gratitude for receiving the fruits, okay?
He didn't hurt the tree.
That was the point. So he said he's humble. Humble means he didn't consider unnecessarily, tearing down the branches or, even not even plucking. He wanted to cause the least pain to the tree. So what he did? He picked up the mangoes fallen down. That means people in sattva, they don't unnecessarily injure other living entities. They are actually parasukha sukhi. You be happy, let others be happy. Don't unnecessarily trouble others. And they are surprised why people trouble others. They just don't like troubling others. Yes. And then, that was second. Good. Anybody else? Any other quality observed? Actually, that is a negation of bad quality. There is no question of any envy when a person is in sattva. Unnecessarily doesn't feel about other living entities. But I am looking about the positive 5 qualities. 2 I think you have released. One is gratitude, you said, and non-injuring others, because he considered not to injure others. And your non-envy is also included in that. Anything else? Yeah?
He also told his to others to go and
Helpful. That means he came back and he also considered helping his friends because his friends are also hungry. That means you think about others' happiness also. You don't think about your own happiness. Helpful. Okay, very good. And then?
Cleanliness, he washed the...
Correct, cleanliness. He didn't eat the mango directly. He washed it. Okay, correct. Yeah.
He thanked God that he has...
He thanked God. That's most important. Because who has put the tree there in that lonely forest? God is so kind. He's taking care of the birds. He's taking care of the humans who may be passing by. Mm. So he immediately thought of God. It's only the Almighty Father who is providing everything for all living entities. So he thanked God. Very good. So thankfulness to God, gratitude to tree, some helpfulness to his friends, and cleanliness, which he said, and one more. What was it said? Service attitude, rendering some service to tree by, taking the initiative to sow the seed and water it and then let it grow, and doing some favor to the tree in return. Correct, no? So these are all natures of sattva. You see, sattva. And the second person who came is Rajoguni person, isn't it? So what do you find in his character? Huh? Business minded. Huh? As soon as he saw the tree, only thought about, I can make firewood, I can sell firewood, I can sell fruits, and I can fill my pockets. That was his only thought. That means they're very business minded. They approach all living entities only with a business mindset. That's one thing. What else? Anything else you observed in here? Yes?
He caused harm to the tree without...
He tore down the branches, not bothering about is it proper or not. Huh? Because when it comes to passion, people actually become aggressive and selfish in achieving their goals. They can climb on the shoulder and head of other people to climb the ladder of success. Huh? Many times in even corporate companies, they say, when the post is coming, some promotion is going to come, sometimes people don't even mind telling lies about their colleagues to their bosses in order to make sure that their colleague doesn't get promotion and they will get promotion. Correct, no? In the Bhagavatam, one of the purports, Prabhupada gives an analogy to this. He says sometimes the honeybees who collect honey, all through the year, some days they relax in their honeycombs and they drink honey. So while drinking honey, the honeybees sometimes are afraid that my neighborhood honeybee will drink more honey than me. Although there is abundant honey. So while drinking honey, what they do? Tung, 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 tung. Like that they sting also. They try to sting the neighborhood honey. So, see, in the same manner, people going to company, they earn money, they also sting others also. Talk ill of others, pull the leg of others, so that I can get promotion and my colleague will not get promotion. Just see. So in passion, there is a competition. In competition, you wish well, you wish ill for others. Whereas in Sattva-guna, you saw that fellow was wishing well for others. This fellow was wishing ill for others. So he doesn't care about the tree's comfort or convenience. He was injuring the tree. Very good. Yeah. So he was selfish. He was injuring others. He was business-minded. Me. And he was thinking about my pocket. Correct, no? Did he return to his friends? Friends don't even know where he went. That means when it comes to one's own success, one just kicks off others and one doesn't care about others. Just see, no helpfulness of friends. No, he didn't even have the courtesy to tell them that I'm going to go. Correct, no? What about the third person? What all you found, the third person? Anybody? Those who haven't spoken can speak. So they get an opportunity. Yeah? I was envious. They become envious. They always compare. Make unhealthy comparisons. If others succeed, that is my failure. They think. Here the tree is succeeding, that means I am failure. He thought like that. Like I asked one boy, hey, what happened to mathematics? That paper was a little difficult for you. Could you clear it? Did you pass it? Probably my friend also failed, Prabhuji. He's saying, so what is the meaning of that? I am not asking about your friend, I am asking about you. So they always make comparison, that kind of thing. So he was thinking, oh, this tree is flourishing and my tree is perishing. Therefore, I should make this tree perish also. That is their mindset, correct, no? So that unhealthy comparison creates insecurity in their heart. So then they become envious. And they cannot see others flourish because they feel that if I cannot flourish, then they also shouldn't flourish. I heard in those days they used to say some people who had this AIDS or some sexually transmitted disease. So some of their friends sometimes would look down upon them that they have engaged in uncontrolled activities, due to which they got it. So in one of the cinema theaters, some of these fellows had put needles with their which will bring HIV virus. Some people sat in the seat and they got the needle pricking their body and they got HIV. They said, if we got HIV, somebody is looking down upon us, then you also get it. Like how bad it is, isn't it? So that this is out of tamaguna, ignorance, insecurity and ignorance. A person feels like once fox, he while jumping up and down, he got his tail cut in some tree due to some reason. So then he called all the foxes. I have a new fashion. I will show you. Come here. He cut all their tails because he was afraid that if I am a fox without tails, people will laugh at me. So let us cut all the tails. Correct, no? So this is Tamaguna people. Actually, they have to bring down everybody to their level. Pull him, pull him, pull him, pull him, like a crab. That mindset. So this fellow had that type of mindset. What else? Yes?
Inability to discriminate between.
Inability to discriminate. What is? So it requires wisdom, to be able to discriminate. Viveka buddhi. Correct, no? Viveka buddhi means what is right, what is wrong, what is good for me, what is bad for me. What is short-term benefit, what is long-term benefit, what should I pick, what should I drop. This kind of differences are known only to people in Sattva-guna. Sattva-guna and Tamaguna are opposites. Tamaguna means ignorance. Sattva-guna means wise, intelligent, knowledgeable. So he couldn't discriminate. So, and for his lack of discrimination, what did he do? He caused it. He's blaming others. People blame, their parents. People blame their friends. People blame the government. People blame the college. Like one boy was telling his friend, I think our principal is envious of me. He said, why? Because I am failed in mathematics, he said. His friend said, what are you talking? You are failed in mathematics due to your poor performance. And maths teacher has given you, and she is not even HOD, she is one of the maths teachers. And then there's a maths department where the HOD, and above all the HODs, there's principal. Poor fellow, he is busy in his office, and you're blaming him. Similarly, people blame Krishna. I think I'm suffering because Krishna is causing me suffering. Krishna actually has given you the free will to stay in the spiritual world or come to material world. And material world has put you under custody of somebody else. Like Durga Mata is there. And there are so many agents she has. And people directly blame God for their own wrongdoings in ignorance. Correct, no? So they lack viveka buddhi, you see. So now in this way you saw these three mindsets you saw. Naturally you can see that third mindset, ignorance. Was he happy? No. He was neither happy himself. And one more thing about ignorance is not only lack of discrimination and not only envy, they have destructive thoughts. Destructive thoughts. And these are the people who enjoy horror movies where aeroplanes are crushed to powder. Immediately to collapse, they'll say, what a beautiful scene, they'll say. They enjoy the destruction. Because the ignorance mindset enjoys destruction, you see. So, this, when you compare all the three, you will see that, the one in ignorance is suffering and makes others suffer also. Correct, no? Similarly, one in passion, he is burning with hankering, envy, competition. So they may have a lot of money. It's not that they may not have money. They may have a lot of money, but they are not happy. So according to Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sattva-guna means sukham and jnanam. These two things I have said. You have happiness and you have knowledge. You have the knowledge to discriminate. You are happy, and you also try to give some happiness to others. So these are the people, who at least they begin some kind of activities like charity. So these are the people who will do that. But then that becomes a very good springboard to ascend to the Vishuddha Sattva, which is beyond the three gunas. So in Sattva-guna, you have the ability to discriminate. You know what is good, what is bad. When you all came to first year, naturally you were looking for some good habits, good association, So it's very important that, very soon in this teenage, a boy is able to identify good association. Because generally what happens to you, up to the age of 10 or 12, you are guided by your parents. Whatever way your parents take you, that's the direction you go. Because you are totally dependent on them. For everything. Mother says, sit down, you sit down. Eat this, eat this. Don't go out, don't go out. Correct, no? Your mother is your boss when you are small. Till maybe 7 or 8 years. After that, your father is your boss. Then your father takes you here, there. Now he has to grow you, show you some things and give you challenges in the world. Between like 7 to 12 or 13, like that. But after that, who is the boss? You are your own boss. Now neither mother is boss nor father is boss. After 13 or 14, then you don't connect so much with parents for learning anything because they already grown you. Now you connect with your friends, peers. Then you look up to peers, and your character and your lifestyle is going to be molded by the friends you associate with. So in which direction will you go? Will you go in sattva or rajas or tamas will depend on what type of friends you have. So many boys are not aware of this. They just randomly make friends. When you go to college, where will you sit? The choice of sitting place, most boys don't think about it seriously. Some sit in the front, some sit in the last bench, some sit in the middle. And people connect randomly with anybody. Who more comes, they come across. Who more they talk, what's your name, what's your name, and they connect like that. But ideally speaking, if you want to do things in your life by default or by design? Should we do things by design or default? Design. Why design is better? Because default is dangerous. Like you drive the car by default or by design. Driving car by default means you just sit behind and let the car go the way it goes. Dangerous it is. It can take you off the cliff. Default. Default means instinctively acting. So you design your direction of the car. Okay, I should go straight now. Now signal is there. I stop it. Then I have to take a right. You take a right. Correct, no? So GPS is showing a direction, and you follow the direction. Correct, no? According to GPS, you follow the direction. Similarly, we have Guru Parampara system, which is giving you direction. That is our spiritual GPS. So if you don't have direction, then when you go to college, you are just going to pick any friends. So generally speaking, in any classroom, say at least 10-20% of the boys are like well behaved. They are serious about studies. They have good habits, and they will not waste time. Even Dr. Kalam says, when he was in his college days, as soon as any period was off, he will go to library immediately. And he says that he was very fond of friends who used to recite shlokas from Gita, So he connected. He was actually from a Muslim background, you know that. My father used to call him as a Dr. Kalam Iyer, used to call him. Because in South India, he was his favorite teacher was Balasubramaniam Iyer, who was a scientist, But he was not just a scientist, he was a strong spiritualist. And he had a powerful influence on him. So because of it, in his college days, his circle of friends were all South Indian Brahmins, many of them. And in their company, he learned a lot of shlokas also. He quotes very lucidly. For many shlokas he quotes, he speaks from scriptures, and he became very broad-minded, very open-minded, and he's one of the scientists most loved for not only his spiritual background, but also his materially very accomplished also. The kind of patents he took and the kind of rocket launches he did, field of science. He's one of the hero of the students, isn't it? So if you see, he says he was very reserved in connecting with good people. He was reserved in connecting with only right people. He was reserved. Anybody would come to talk, he will not just connect with them. So, and the reason he says is this only. He said, I wanted to learn good habits. I wanted to lead a pure life. And I wanted to build my pure personality. So he was choosing the friends. Right type of friendship he chose. And in that friendship he grew, and that's how he became exalted. Correct, no? So imagine in your class you're sitting with boys. There are two boys on either side. I also had such two boys. One was very good in studies and one was very good in spirituality. And this fellow will keep on telling me Vishnu Sasanam. He will tell one name of Vishnu and tell the meaning, some story he will tell. Very good boy. He was fond of Sanskrit very much. And this boy was always topper. Any doubt when teacher is teaching, in between I'll ask this boy, hey, what is this point? And he will be ready to clarify. So, and as soon as, any bell rings and the teacher is not coming, it's a free period, immediately these two guys will go to library. I will also go with them. So I learned a good habit. I understood from these fellows that if you hang around in the class, people will talk all kinds of dirty things. They'll talk about girls, they talk about this, talk about that. Or they'll go to canteen and waste money, eat anything. Correct, no? So in this way, in sattva, you should be able to discriminate. In sattva, you are able to discriminate what is good, what is bad. You can think long term. Now, in the Bhagavatam, if you see, the scriptures are so powerful. One simple direction can help you so much. See, Prabhupada writes here. Okay, one of you read this. Who has the mic with you?
The deluding energy or material nature can act upon the living beings proportionately in terms of the living beings falling prey to the deluding attraction of Maya. Moths are captivated by the glaring brightness of light, and thus they become prey to the fire. Similarly, the deluding energy is always captivating the conditioned souls to become prey to the fire of delusion. And the Vedic scriptures warn the conditioned souls not to become prey to delusion, but to get rid of it.
So, the delusion or Maya is compared to fire, and the living entities are compared to moth. So, you all will see sometimes outside the window, when the moth sees fire in a room, from outside it hits the window. You've seen that? It wants to come inside. And it is thinking that the fire looks like a sunflower for it. Very attractive. So it wants to go and enter the fire. But then somehow when the window is open, it comes inside. Straight goes into fire and gets roasted there. So the end result is it dies. Similarly, the lusty attractions of opposite sex is compared to that. Like a man is attracted to a woman, the woman's face appears like a sunflower, and the man is mad, very attracted. So he dashes. First one wants to see, then one wants to connect, then one wants to make friendship, then one wants to dally, one wants to flirt. And the end result is they unite, and what comes out is the lady becomes pregnant. And sometimes they are not properly married, so then it becomes illicit. Correct, no? It becomes illicit sex. And it leads to many complications further after that. So in this way, a person falls down from his standards of purity. And that is the situation in this material world. So the Vedas are warning us. Now it's not only the woman, it is also there are many things in this world which are attractive for the living entity, which are dangerous for the living entity. Like how many of you have eaten this gems, cocoa chocolate? Eaten that? Round one, isn't it? So when you put 3 or 4 in the mouth, immediately what do you feel? Of course tasty, but after tasting, what do? You want more. Correct, no? How much more if you want? If you want to go on eating. 1 packet, 2 packets. Is it good to eat 2 dozen packets? No. Can you eat like rice, dal, sabji? Can you eat like that? You cannot. But that's what our tongue wants. And the people who eat more and more, the tongue is spoiled, belly is spoiled, correct, no? Everything is spoiled. So it's attractive, but it is not good for you. There are many things like that in this world. It is for the tongue. Similarly, a connection with the opposite sex, I told you. In the same manner, there are many things. For the eyes, for the nose, for the tongue. So that's what he's saying. These are all glaring brightness of Maya light. And the Vedas warn us not to go to dark. Where did you read it? Yeah. The Vedas warn us not to go to darkness of ignorance, but to the progressive path. So therefore, the Vedas warning, don't go to Maya's side, it is saying. Now you read this one, this is a very important portion.
The Lord Himself also warns that deluding power of material energy is too powerful to overcome, but that one who completely surrenders unto the Lord can easily do so.
What is that verse? Daiviyesha gunamayi mamaya duratya mameve prapadyante. Actually, it is true that material energy is very attractive and pulling the living entity, but she can impel you but not compel you. isn't it? Simple image, she can allure you, but just like, for example, sometimes you go in the road, in the side of the road, they're selling some cheap smuggled items. You've seen that? Huh? They try to impel you. Please take this pen, take this transistor, or take this. Many commodities they sell. They are cheap commodities, actually. They try to empty your pocket, but can they put the hand in your pocket and pull out money? That they cannot. Similarly, Maya can only allure you with glitter and glamour, but she cannot compel you. Yeah. Go ahead.
But to surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord is also not very easy.
Second line, Krishna says, okay, you want to escape this Maya's allurement? What he says? Mameviye prapadyante tarante. You can easily cross over me if you surrender to me. But Prabhupada is saying surrendering to Krishna is also not very easy, he says. There are a lot of things to do. Then what he says?
Such surrender is possible by persons who have cultured transcendental knowledge based on the principles of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness.
Here comes the real point. You see, if you want to drink milk, you need a glass. In a glass, you can pour milk, and then with that milk, you can peacefully drink it. Similarly, Krishna consciousness, surrender to Krishna is like milk. Now, unless you have a vehicle to carry that milk, you will not be able to benefit from the milk. Correct? No? Milk is coming from the udder of the cow. Partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdam gitamritam mahat, it is said. So it's actually milk. But if you just take the milk like and keep in the hand, it will just flow out. You need a patra. What is that patra? Satwa. Sattva guna is the patra. And in Sattva guna, these four principles are followed. Match formula we have, no? Mercy, austerity, truthfulness, and cleanliness. Correct, no? If you follow these principles, they are like a proper vessel for you. In that vessel, surrender to Krishna becomes very easy. That is the point he's saying here. So now, directly imagine, for example, you go to the first year boys who are dancing in DJ. Suddenly you tell them, come and dance in Krishna's kirtan. Will they do that immediately? Because they don't have sattva. They are addicted to rajas and tamas. Somebody is a drunkard. Suddenly you go and tell him, hey, don't drink, leave everything, come and stay here and start chanting. Can they do that? No, they cannot do that. Only Uttamadhikari is like, Nityan Prabhu can do that. He can tell them. Can we tell them? It's not very easy. They will slap you or kick you. They'll fight with you, correct? No? In their passion, we cannot do that. Even Madai hit Nityananda the part when Nityananda told him to chant. Correct? No? Because Rajoguna, Tamaguna, these things don't make sense. Therefore, when you culture sattvic lifestyle, then that is like a glass in which you can hold the milk of surrender to Krishna. It becomes very easy. And to the degree, see, if you have a smaller vessel, say you only have a vati, you can drink only little milk. If I tell all of you, whoever brings water vessel, that much milk I'll give you. Say one boy brings only vati, he gets only vati milk. One boy brings tumbler, he gets tumbler milk. One boy brings a nice big bartan, he gets full milk, correct? No? So depending on how much you can cultivate sattva very nicely, with that platform, it becomes very easy for you to hold Krishna consciousness. That's what he's saying. Go ahead.
These four principles of advanced civilization were remarkable features in the age of Satya. In that age, practically every human being was a qualified Brahmana of the highest order, and in the spiritual orders of life, they were all Paramahansas, or the topmost men of the renounced order.
Yeah.
By cultural standing, the human beings
So
were.
when Prabhupada says cultural standing means these principles, these four principles: mercy, austerity, truthfulness, cleanliness. Yeah.
The human beings were not at all subjected to the deluding energy. Such strong men of character were competent enough to get away from the clutches of Maya.
This is the most important sentence. Please repeat this sentence. By cultural standing, the human beings were not at all subjected to the deluding energy. Amazing, no? See, he's saying Maya was all around, but they were not at all subjected because of their cultural lifestyle. The kind of lifestyle, the lifestyle was so powerful that they were very men of, and then he says, such a strong men of character were competent enough to get away from the clutches of Maya. So here Prabhupada brings a very great secret here. They were strong men of character. That means if you are a strong man of character, even though Maya may be alluring you, you will not fall down. Like Haridas Thakur was allured by a prostitute. Did he fall down? A strong man of character dealing with opposite sex. Correct, no? So in the same manner, such men, they follow the four related principles. They don't do illicit sex. They don't do meat eating. They don't do intoxication. They don't do gambling. Now, because these men of high character, they were aware that these sinful activities are accompanied with 5 big problems. The first problem is, as soon as you want any of these activities, do you get a prostitute free? Do you get cigarette free? Do you get liquor free? Do you get drugs free? The drug peddlers initially will give drugs at a very cheap price. Once you get addicted to it, they will demand more and more money. People spending lakhs to get that. That means these sinful activities, all of them involve big amount of money expended. That's the first loss for you. Many parents wonder, my son was earlier taking 10,000 rupees, now he's asking 20,000, now he's asking monthly 30,000. Why so much money? Where is he spending? He says, no, I'm spending on books, I'm spending on, and the parents get doubt because this is going on drugs. Drugs and cigarette and smoking, drinking, all these things. Now the biggest problem is what? You heard about vaping? Vaping we call it. Yeah. Now the flavor is very nice and people think it's very attractive. So similarly, the drugs are now put in chocolates also. They put like mint kind of thing. They put like a lollipop kind of thing. Why they are doing this? Because when you put this, now students taste it and it's very attractive. Then they want more and more of the chocolate, then they become drug addicts. Like how many of you used to eat Horlicks without, even making the Horlicks beverage? Directly from the bottle you used to keep eating. Correct, no? And why we eat that? Because in Horlicks, what they have put? Molasses. Molasses, what they make in this. So there is a liquor type thing also. And they have added to the Horlicks powder in order to addict you to this type of taste. And that is why when we were small kids, we used to take spoon after spoon, eat Horlicks. Mother already gives one glass of Horlicks. After mother is gone, then take more and more. Isn't it? Why? Because the liquor, that is actually addictive. Like liquor is addictive. So that is why nowadays they sell this mint kind of thing, mithai and all, and you will become a thorough drug addict if you get into that direction of vaping or eating drugs and all these things. So that's why I'm telling you, things which are attractive, teenage is the age in which you can destroy our body and mind and soul. And teenage is the age when we can protect our body, mind, soul. That's why he's saying that first thing I told you, first is expenditure. Correct, no? Money you have to spend. Then after you consume them, what is the second thing that happens? Addictive. But as you get addicted, when you keep taking, for example, if you chew tobacco, you get ulcers in the mouth. You smoke cigarette, you get lung cancer. You say one is taking liquor, for example, then one gets liver cirrhosis and things like that. One is getting into sexual habits with some women. Then you go to one girl, then second girl, third person, fourth, then one gets sexually transmitted diseases. There are more than 25 diseases. Syphilis and gonorrhea and AIDS. There are multiple diseases which bring different type of severe pain. Especially one cannot even reveal the problems one is facing in the sexual organs. These kind of people. So everybody has to run to doctor. That's why the first thing is you spend money. Second thing is you get suffering. Sufferings, diseases and sufferings. And diseases cause suffering. So first suffering is spending money. Second suffering is physical pain and emotional pain also. See, if somebody has misused one's body and one is suffering, then people will ask, hey, why are you suffering like this? It's an embarrassment. Correct, no? And parents are also worried. Correct, no? Second. And third thing, what is the third installment of problem? Doctor's bill. Correct, no? When you get suffering, where do you go? Doctor. And doctor will give you medicine, injection, everything. Is it very cheap or costly? It's very costly. That's the third. And the fourth thing is police involvement. Like imagine in those days when I was going for PhD, VVP preaching, in 96, 95 end, I think it happened. A group of 2-3 boys and 2-3 girls, They boarded a car after the exam was over. They were going to Lonavala for enjoying. On the way, the boy was like driving fast. And when they were going on the road, main road, the police saw that the girls are screaming in the car. Why are you driving so madly, so fast? He was going like this to show how fastly he can drive. When they screamed, the police stopped the car, and the police asked the girls, "What's happening?" They said, "Nothing, nothing, nothing, nothing." So then they went ahead. Then after some time, the girls started drinking liquor in the car. Then the other two boys also were drinking. So then the driving boy said, "Hey, you guys are enjoying, and I am not enjoying. Give me also," he said. They said, "Hey, no, you can drink later." They said, "No, no, no, little bit I'll take." And he drank half the bottle. And by the time they had reached the ghats of Lonavala, the whole car toppled. All of them died. It came in the paper. So everybody, and they are all in computer science, very brilliant children, coming from well-to-do families. You can see. So when you get into these habits, it can even lead to death. Or in case, let us assume there is no death, but if you drink and drive, police will stop you, correct, no? Police involvement comes. Similarly, if a boy connects with somebody else's wife, that man, husband will shoot you. Or police involvement will come. Correct or not? Illicit activities. That's why in many of the cinema posters you find there is a man and woman, and then one fellow is preparing a gun or knife or something. How many of you have seen picture like that? Correct? These things are accompanied with criminal activities, correct, no? And police involvement immediately comes, correct? And then the last one, fifth one comes at the later part, last part of your life, Yamadutas, who are constables of superintendent of death, correct, no? That will come post-death. And then they will be, because they have to be taken to hell for punishment, correct, no? So in this way, while living also they suffer, these 5 installments of suffering. And then after death also they are going down. Where? They're going to hell for suffering. On the other hand, let us think about devotees like all of you. You are all becoming devotees now. Think about it. Like the first thing, instead of doing, all these nasty activities, you are following mercy, austerity, truthfulness, cleanliness. You don't indulge in illicit activities. You follow cleanliness. You don't smoke, drink, drugs and all these things. You follow austerity. You don't gamble. In market yard, I went to one man's shop. He said, "Swamiji, सही टाइम पर आप पहुंचे हैं." He said, I said, "क्या हो गया?" He said, "आज ही सुबह डॉक्टर के पास जाकर आया. डॉक्टर बोल रहा है कि मेरा ब्लड प्रेशर ऊंचा जाता रहता है. बोल रहा है कि कभी भी मुझे हार्ट अटैक होने वाला है. मुझे डर हो रहा है." He said, "मैं ऑलरेडी सोच रहा था मंदिर में आना चाहिए. आप ही आ गए. बहुत अच्छा हो गया." थैंक यू. मेरे पिताजी हमेशा बोलते थे, तो साधु संतों के साथ संग करो, शांत हो जाओगे. आप एक thank you, he said. Then when I was sitting, I just turned my head around and I saw right opposite to him, there was a small TV in which the share market thing was being shown. It's going up, coming down, going up, coming down. Then I said, आपको हार्ट प्रॉब्लम है, ब्लड प्रेशर, इसको क्यों लगाया आपने? ये प्रॉब्लम है प्रभु जी, जब मार्केट ऊपर नीचे जाता है, इधर भी जाता है. टेंशन होता है मेरा भी. देखो आपको पता चल गया, you know the problem now. You throw it and you're an old man, already 70 now. I said, "Remove that TV." He said, "ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है जी?" He said, "मार्केट का रेट मालूमात होना चाहिए, हम तो मार्केट में बिजनेस कर रहे हैं." I said, "अरे बेटा बेटी को बिजनेस चलाने के लिए लगा हो, आप आ जाओ, माला करो आप." He's not able to give up. He's 70 years old. He's getting blood pressure. So you will see that, you will see when you are doing gambling, in gambling there is also thrill in getting big money. But there is also a fear of losing everything. Correct, no? Many of our students who were at one time coming and staying in Voice, somebody attracted them with this Amway marketing, what you call network marketing, chain marketing. And instead of getting up early in the morning and chanting Hare Krishna and hearing the class, they were hearing some class, this Bada Business something, some class they were hearing in the morning. Every day, 1.5, 2 hours, they were hearing that class in order to multiply the money. Slowly, the rounds also reduced. They came from 8 rounds to 4 rounds, 4 rounds to 1 round. Finally, they gave up chanting. They said, "We are going to become Bada businessman." They went out and finally they lost big money. They came crying back, saying that, "What is this? Humko cheating kar diya, dhoka de diya." So the gambling is like, so that's why you follow truthfulness, correct, no? So no, illicit sex. So cleanliness, austerity, truthfulness. And even some of you might have been eating meat and eating fish and everything before. Now you're given it up completely because you follow the path of mercy. Correct? No? So if you follow this path, and all this is made possible for you because of the Hutch. What is the Hutch one? Last one? Holy name. Huh? So match, we call it. Mercy, austerity, truthfulness, cleanliness, holy name. So when you chant the holy name, you get the strength to follow these things. Such men of strong character. How do you get strong character? By chanting holy name. Huh? The holy name cleanses the mind and strengthens your resolve to lead a pure lifestyle. So now let us see what is the advantage of leading pure lifestyle. The 5 advantages we will see when you are chanting the holy name. Now, how costly is this bead bag? You will even, if you ask Raspati, will give you free also. Imagine if a first year boy says, Prabhuji, I want to chant. Will you not give free? And how costly is Bhagavad Gita? We give subsidized Bhagavad Gita. Nowadays, we are even gifting Bhagavatam also to many people. Correct, no? That means books come free, chanting comes free, and when you come to temple, prasadam also comes free. Isn't that true? You can see all these things in spiritual life, the expenditure is very minimal, hardly anything, isn't it? But that fellow spends a lot of sinful activities. Therefore, if you become spiritual, you save a lot of money also. Correct or not? Huh? Like one rickshawala told me, Swamiji, आप विवाह नहीं किया क्या? He asked me. And we, क्या नहीं? हमको भी लग रहा है आपके आश्रम में ज्वाइन करना चाहिए. Then I asked him, आपको बीवी बच्चे नहीं है? बीवी है और 3 बच्चे भी हैं. आप क्यों छोड़ना चाहते हैं शादी से? फिर क्या स्वामी जी, कमाते हैं 5,000, खर्चा करते हैं 10,000. कैसा है यार? Then he told me that he has the habit of drinking, habit of smoking, all these things. So that is how his wife is also yelling at him, shouting at him, but he's not able to give up these things. But those who give up sinful activities, big amount of chunk of money they save by that. So your expenditure is saved. Secondly, I told you, they get suffering, you get happiness, because it is medically proven that anybody does pranayam or yogasanas or chanting holy name, eats shakahari bhojan and vegetarian food offered to God, you get a very healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul. So you become happy. Susukam kartam aveyam. Krishna says, pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam susukam kartam aveyam. You joyfully perform. You are dancing, you are singing, you are eating pure food. Your intake is very pure, for your mind, and mind you are chanting. For your tongue, you are giving food which is sanctified food, isn't it? And your respectable relationship, you offer obeisances, vancha kalpatarubhya, one another. Correct? Now, lead a clean life and follow the 4 principles. So, first, there is no big expenditure and there is no suffering. Thirdly, they go to doctor, you go to spiritual doctor. Who is it? Guru. You have Raspati Prabhu, Murli, Mukund Prabhu, they are guiding you in spiritual life. So you go to spiritual doctors. And the material doctor gives bitter material medicine to eat and cure the body. And these spiritual doctors give you spiritual medicine of the holy name. They give you, and spiritual knowledge also. That is a medicine for us. The knowledge strengthens your intelligence and gives you viveka buddhi, discriminative intelligence. And the chanting of the holy name gives you determination to be a man of character. Correct? No? So these medicines are spiritual medicines. Correct? No? Which gives you both good character, increases the satwa, morning program and everything. And it also gives you the direction, spiritual life to progress ahead. And they get the policemen and yamudutas. Instead, you get the devotees and vishudutas. They come in your life. And they get policemen and yamudutas who take them down to hell. And vishudutas take you up to spiritual world. So you compare and see for yourself. You can see the kind of difference between this lifestyle and that lifestyle. So you all, if you look back in your first year, you had a choice to go in a spiritual direction or in a material direction. So you took a spiritual direction, you are saved because of you connected to some mentors came to you, and you got to join the mantra meditation cycle, chanting. You attended DYS and Sankalpa and Spurti, Utkarsh. Now you are in this state now because you made the right choice after right choice. And finally you are getting the opportunity to live in a pure spiritual abode where the 4 relative principles are strictly followed. This is, Prabhupada said, this is like extension of spiritual world. Anywhere you create this culture, Wherever this culture is followed, the Lord agrees to come there. You create any type of culture, that type of people will come. For example, you stagnate water behind your house in a gutter, lot of mosquitoes will come there, because they find a suitable ambience for coming there. You pass stool, pigs will come running there, which is because that's a good ambience for them. Wherever people go to pass stool, that's where they will come, like that. Similarly, you will find you create a liquor shop, a rack shop, a liquor shop, or permit room, dim light, cabaret dance, then people in Tamaguna will come there. You'll assemble there. You create a gym and treadmill, and a beauty parlor, unisex saloon and all that they put, then that kind of boys will come there. Correct? Now they will come. Similarly, you create an ambience of a morning program, Mangalarti, Narsingarti, Tulsi Arti, chanting japa class. Then many people who are looking for increasing their sattva, they will come. Correct? No? So every ambience attracts people of that type of mindset. Correct? No? So you all are very fortunate in this way to get the direction to come here. And now, sometimes when we talk about these things, people ask, Prabhu, if I take the spiritual life, my friends are criticizing me, you are spending so much time in the morning, 3 hours in the morning. Look at you are wasting your time. And in your time, we will crack marks by using the time for studying and growing. So some boys, when they hear such things, they get very discouraged by that. When they came and asked me, I told them, see, you can see what your other friends are doing in the evenings. You will see they will go for playing games. They will go for roaming with women. They also get into many bad habits also. Whatever time they are spending in breaking those 4 regulative principles, you are spending the same amount of time for Krishna in the morning. If you very carefully observe. Do you think many of them study from the beginning of the semester? Most of them will not study. And because they don't study from the beginning of the semester, when they go and sit in the classroom, can they understand what teacher is teaching? Most of them will be doing something else in the class with their mobile. You will see. That means they didn't study in the beginning. Their class time is also not utilized well. Then towards the end of the semester, they'll be running here and there to get some notes and Xerox it or something. And then even if they want to copy, they don't know what to copy also. They won't be able to copy, isn't it? On the other hand, as students, we give a very great emphasis on both. We give emphasis on academics, we give emphasis on spirituality, correct? No? So when you have such an emphasis, when you are studying ahead of the teacher, then when teacher is teaching, it will be very easy for you to grasp. So your class time is spent fruitfully. Then you are well prepared. And then by the end of the semester, you are confident, you can approach the exams very well. Correct? No? Like we say, morning for Krishna, evening for studies. You have to be very balanced. Morning you are giving for Krishna. Evening, if you study well, you will never have that anxiety that how will I get marks, what will happen. You won't have that fear if you study very regularly. So just like, sharpening the pencil or sharpening the saw, unless you do this, you won't be having the efficiency. The morning program, you should consider it as an investment. You should not consider it a waste of time. Because if you don't do the morning program, you cannot preserve pure character. How many of you feel our character is a very loose thing, we can easily fall down? How many of you feel? Correct, no? Especially in this day and age, isn't it? You see, the deer goes to drink water in a place in the forest, and that's where the tiger is hiding behind the bush. Or the crocodiles are in the water. As soon as the deer goes to drink water, crocodile jumps out. I showed you the video once before, It's very dangerous. In the same manner, the smartphone is a place where you have to go for even educational purposes. But at the same place, the tiger of all this adult content, porn and all those things are there. Correct, no? Both you get in where? In the same place. But for the deer to be able to drink water and escape the crocodile and the tiger, it requires alertness, correct, no? Similarly, for you to take the pure things and the important things from the smartphone and not get carried away by the current of the dirty things, what do you need? High character you need, alertness, correct? No? And the strength of character comes by this morning program. So that means the morning program actually is giving you the kind of stability in your life, because of which you are able to live the way you are living now. And you slip from this out, you will see that you will be carried away by the current of Maya, which is very rampant all around you in this world. Everywhere. I don't have to tell you stories about it, you are watching it. You're seeing where the world is going. You can see that. So, therefore, we should consider it as an investment. So, your passion for studies and job should be tempered with sattva. That's why we call it as a Raja Rishi. Raja Rishi is a leader. A leader like Chandragupta Maurya. It's a great leader, but he was guided by Chanakya. Shivaji Maharaj, great leader. He was guided by Tukaram, Samartha Ramdas, people like that, isn't it? So, similarly, your passion is like a flood, but sattva is like a dam. So, your passionate flood cannot do any good. It's going to destroy things. But when you make a dam, sattva makes it like a dam. Then combination of sattva and rajas makes a Rajarishi ideal leader, visionary leader, capable leader. He is the efficient leader, effective leader. Then he can do many great things in life. It's very important. So such a sattva, if you want to combine with life, how do you increase your sattva? So most people say, we have to get up early in the morning. But I don't agree with that. I tell them, the sattva begins from night, sleeping early. Because if you don't sleep early, you cannot get up early. Most of the students who find it difficult to get up in the morning are people who don't sleep enough. So that is why I will just show you just one thing. It's offline. What happened? It went off? That boy took this thing, I think. Press down.
Someone else can, someone can start the hotspot and you can use
Yours? Okay. He's giving. They're just giving. It's coming now. Yeah. Okay. I know where to play from. I'll play from this. When selected, I spoke in US, I spoke. I'll show that. No. Don't show the full video. In US, Actually, this is the one. Sorry, 1 minute. Actually, in that video, what I do, I play little fast. Happy, unclean with lust, and a weed by definitely is like a focus of black. It's useless and it's harmful also. This is an incentive, correct? No? Next month they give incentive. Will everybody get incentive? No.
Slow down, which translates into reduction of your mental and physical activity. If you're still awake, there is a phenomena that takes place at this hour called second wind. This is caused by the rise in mental activity and energy that your system has at 10 p.m. Nevertheless, you can only feel what the second wind's value is truly about if you are asleep at 10 p.m.
Yes.
I get up at 4 o'clock. ऐसा दिन कोई नहीं हुआ है मेरी जब से मैं पैदा हुआ हूं तब से आज तक कि ऐसा दिन कभी नहीं गया कि मैंने उगता सूरज नहीं देखा.
बस कल का उगता सूरज मैं भी देखूंगा.
6 hours later.
अरे क्या रखा है उगते सूरज में, बाद में YouTube पे देख लूंगा. और अक्षय कुमार ने तो हाउसफुल 4 देखने को भी कहा था.
छोटी छोटी बातें पकड़ने लगे छोटू.
छोड़ो, सो जाते हैं.
If you wake up late and less energetic, or you are tired of snoozing the alarm, then in this video I'm going to share with you some of the most practical ways to wake up early in the morning, daily, hassle-free and full of energy. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Let's first quickly discuss why you should wake up early. Because when you focus on the benefits you will receive, it becomes much easier to actually develop and stick to the habit. One thing is certain, early morning is the time of least distractions. Our minds are also the calmest, making it a time of absolute focus and productivity. The environment is undisturbed and pure, an ideal time for yoga, meditation and workout. The power of getting something done by lunch, which was hard to achieve otherwise by the end of the day, is something you wouldn't want to miss. No wonder there are so many successful people who swear by the benefits of waking up early in the morning. But let's face it, we need some concrete and practical steps that will actually make us wake up not once, not twice, but daily and with ease and energy. First and the most important step is to sleep early. Let's accept, to sleep early is actually a bigger challenge than to wake up early. But if you do so, be sure that half your job is done. Obviously, it's easier for a person to wake up at 6 a.m. who goes to sleep at 10 p.m. than who goes to sleep at midnight. Do you know that the melatonin levels begin to rise after sunset, this is your body's signal that it is now looking for rest. Studies have shown that it is much easier to sleep by 10 pm than at 1 pm in the night as the melatonin level begins to drop. Higher the melatonin level, easier it is to sleep and better will be the sleep quality. So even nature wants you to sleep early. But you could argue, if that is true, why don't I feel sleepy at 10 pm? Well, that's because these gadgets interfere with our natural sleep tendency. Once turn off your gadgets, switch off the lights of your room and see how your body will fall into slumber. The idea is not to stimulate but to calm your mind.
See, when I sleep, I put two cotton in the ears. I blindfold my eyes. Completely pitch dark. Then you can sleep very nicely. And the room is supposed to be dark. That's what he's saying.
So that you can sleep early. It can be done by reading a light book, or you can listen to soulful music in dim light, or you can fill your room with calming fragrance using essential oils, or you can take a cold shower, or you can massage your feet with sesame oil, you can meditate, you can do some breathing exercises. Anything that calms your mind is conducive. You can actually set an alarm daily 1 hour before, reminding you to prepare for sleep. Just like preparation is the key to success in an exam, preparing your body for sound sleep is essential. Now, to sleep early, it is important to go to bed early. And for that to happen, you have to have your dinner early. Keep it light. If you overeat or eat unhealthy food, you are reducing your chances to wake up early. Have you noticed when you overeat at a party, even though your sleep time may be similar, but you will feel much more resistance to wake up the next day? This is because a lot of energy goes into digesting heavy food, and as a result, the next day you just wish that your boss is on leave. There are some foods that will help you sleep better and faster. Lukewarm cow milk 30 minutes before sleeping tops the list. You can add sleep-promoting herbs like ashwagandha, saffron, nutmeg, turmeric or cinnamon to milk to enhance the effect as per your liking. Avoid stimulating drinks like tea and coffee after 5 pm. Even you should avoid working out late in the night. They can disturb your sleep cycle. Living in the northern hemisphere due to Earth's magnetic pull, it is advisable not to sleep keeping the head to the north. East is the best direction for us. Sleep on the left side. It promotes digestion. These seemingly small things will tremendously improve your sleep quality, helping you wake up fresh and energetic. The next step is to prepare your mind to wake up early. Remember how when you had to catch a flight at 6 am, you were already up 5 minutes before the alarm could go off. How does this happen? It's because consciously or unconsciously you were preparing your mind to wake you up at 4 am. Else you would have missed the flight. You know our grandmothers would say, what time you want to wake up, just tell that to your pillow and sleep. It will wake you up. What they mean is to consciously feed your mind that I have to wake up tomorrow at 5 am. You can verbally speak it 5 to 10 times before sleeping. If you think it is a bit silly, you are underestimating the power of subconscious mind. But then there was a flight to catch. What's here to miss? This brings me to our next point. Give yourself a good reason to wake up. By good reason, I don't mean that you have to drink water or brush your teeth. A real good reason. Let's say I will focus on my health now, so I will go to the park daily for a walk. I will start practicing yoga so that I remain calm and focused throughout the day. I will study in the morning so that I have more free time in the evening. I love reading books, but I don't get time in the day, so I will do that early in the morning. I will focus on my hobby of writing. It can be anything. It's simple. If someone asks you to wake up early to play cricket, you will wake up. But if they ask you to wake up for no good reason, you will keep sleeping. So consciously feed your brain with a strong reason. Now in the morning, when you actually hear the alarm, all that preparation goes for a toss. The world seems unreal at 5 am and you just want to abandon everything that you had decided and go back to sleep till eternity, isn't it? But wait, the fact is...
Please, these are the points. Sleep early. Instead of sleeping at 1 am, sleep at 10 pm. Set a reminder 1 hour before to prepare for sleep. Actually, the pupils get dilated if you are watching the electronic media. So at least 1 or 1.5 hours before sleep, one should not watch. And get on the bed early. Have your dinner early, he said. Because your heavy dinner spoils your sleep. So we have to eat early. There are many devotees in America and my travels. I found that they are eating early nowadays. Focus on sleep quality. Avoid head to north because the magnetic rays are going. So keep your head to either the south or the east. And then prepare your mind. I'll wake up at this time tomorrow. And then give yourself a good reason. There has to be something valuable to do in the morning. I want to read, or I want to hear, I want to chant. Something solid should be there. Otherwise, there is no reason for us to wake up. And especially, for example, in March month, many of the companies have to finish their, submit the balance sheet. So people are very active. So you have a good reason to wake up. People get up, isn't it? So if you have a reason, you'll get up. So somehow past the first 10 minutes, he's saying, don't hit the snooze button, keep the alarm clock away. So these are some practical, very valuable tools I found there.
is that it's those first 10 minutes that are the most difficult. If you somehow conquer them, you will wake up. It's like when opening a tightly closed cap of a bottle, the initial effort is the most difficult. After that, it is a cakewalk. So to open the cap with ease, you just need to find ways to somehow pass the first 10 minutes. One thing that you can do is to keep your alarm clock away from your bed, so that when it rings, you have to get up from your bed to turn it off. Don't snooze.
So now I've told you, in summary, in the morning talk now today, I spoke about satwa, rajas, tamas. I told you the story of those three men who got the mango tree. Then I told you about the three-story building, satwa, rajas, tamas mentality, and I asked you, so somebody said about interest, somebody said about taste and everything. So actually the taste, we have a sattva-guna taste, a rajaguna taste, a tamaguna taste. So the taste actually is in the mind, and then the mind goes for choices. And many things we learnt about the three gunas in detail, and then we went to the Bhagavad Gita shloka, Shariram Yada Vapnoti. Our mind is a carrier of conditionings, birth after birth. This is one thing very relevant to the topic we're talking now. Please repeat this verse. Shariram yada vapnoti yachapyutkramati ishvaraha grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandhan yavashayat. Read the translation. Was the mic with you?
The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another.
This is the different conception what we discussed today. Sattva conception, rajas conception, tamas conception. Three type of paradigms. Yeah.
As the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again quits it to take another. Here, the living entity is described as Ishvara, the controller of his own body. If he likes, he can change his body to a higher grade, and if he likes, he can move to a lower class.
Like for example, now when we quit this body at the time of death, you can get a Gandharva body, or you can get a Siddha body, Charana body, or you can get a spiritual body also, go back to spiritual body. Or we may be degraded to dog's body or a pig's body, cat's body. Both are possible, he's saying. Yeah.
Minute independence is there. The change his body undergoes depends upon him.
Yeah, it depends upon the individual. That means you are the person who's carving your own next body. Just like, for example, while going on the road, you saw a beautiful building. You want to make a bungalow like that. You take a snapshot of that. Later on, as you grow in your monetary level, so now you have big amount of money now. Then you're ready to make the house. Then you make a blueprint, correct? No? Then you build the house. So first you desire a house, then you make a blueprint of the house, and then you actually build the house. Similarly, with your next body, now you desire certain activities, Rajoguni, Tamoguni, Satuguni activities. Like Prabhupada saw one boy in Hawaii, surfing in the ocean for like 7-8 hours. Prabhupada said, this fellow wants to play with water so much, I think he needs the body of a dolphin to keep jumping up and down in the water. Correct, no? He's preparing that consciousness. So then, that is the desire he is getting. Then naturally what happens? The blueprint he makes, and then eventually next life he gets a dolphin's body. Like that. So, our quality of our desire creates our next body. Is that clear? Like even all of you here, before coming to engineering, in your 10th standard or 9th standard, you might not have had so much idea what you will do. But by 11th or 12th, your idea is more or less clear, correct, no? Whether you want to go for engineering or medical or chartered accountancy. So you had that desire. And then after that, you started talking about the colleges, correct, no? Which colleges you try for this. If you don't get that, you try for this. That means you are actually carving your future. In the same manner, when you leave the body, you will enter into another situation which you are desiring now. Yeah, go ahead.
At the time of death, the consciousness he has created will carry him on to the next type of body. If he has made his consciousness like that of a cat or a dog, he is sure to change to a cat's or a dog's body. And if he has fixed his consciousness on godly qualities, he will change into the form of a demigod. And if he is in Krishna consciousness, he will be transferred to Krishna Loka in the spiritual world and will associate with Krishna. It is a false claim that after the annihilation of this body, everything is finished. The individual soul is transmigrating from one body to another, and his present body and present activities are the background of his next body. One gets a different body according to karma, and he has to quit this body in due course. It is stated here that the subtle body, which carries the conception of the next body, develops another body in the next life. This process of transmigrating from one body to another and struggling while in the body is called
Karshati.
karshati or struggle for existence.
Yeah. So, see, you are a combination of three things. Body, mind, soul. So the soul is given two things, mind and the body. Mind for storing the desires and body for executing desires. So your mind can be compared to a USB stick. Sometimes in a USB stick you store the program, and then you put it in the computer, and then you open the program, and then you debug it. So you had 100 bugs. So 20 bugs you have removed. And then after 3-4 days, again you put the USB stick to work again. So you'll start from the 21st bug. Correct, no? So 80 bugs you have removed. Then third time when you open the computer, the 81st bug. So 100 bugs are removed, then the whole program runs very nicely. Same thing we are doing with our subtle body. But the most important thing is what? This USB stick of your subtle body can only be debugged in a human body. Like this USB stick, can you put it in a milling machine, drilling machine, some other machine? You can put, but you can't debug the programs. There is only one machine in which you can debug it. Which is the machine? The computer. Computer. In the same manner, the subtle body, when it is present with the jiva in a human body, then only Cheto Darpana Ajaram, that can be done. And that is why the human form is very, very important. And another beauty is if you have done 40% debugging, the next life you start from 41%. That's another advantage. Unlike your material achievements. Material achievements at the time of death are finished, but the spiritual achievement is never finished. So that's why Vayu Gandha Nivashayat is saying like air carrying aromas, fragrance. Like that the jiva is carrying his conceptions of Rajaguna, Tamaguna, Sataguna. So we don't know why, but by some unimaginable good fortune in our life, in this lifetime, we have become attracted to the sattva platform, and then Vishuddha sattva. That means we are actually preparing to debug the program completely. You can 100% you can debug it. And 100% debugged means, you are fit for returning back to Godhead. Chanting of the holy name, the more you cleanse the mind thoroughly, then the love for God is not something you create. It's already there. You just, when you debug yourself completely, the love of God gradually keeps on blossoming. It's like red hot coal covered with ashes. You debug the ashes, means let it blow, then the red hot coal will manifest. Like that love of God manifests. And it will increase. The more you cleanse your mind and heart, then it's going to manifest more and more. And in this way, your voice center here gives you a twin advantage. It's called as Jetej Gurukul, we call it. You have one leg in the college, one leg in the voice. So you get a spiritual degree in the voice and you get a material degree in the college. So this current life, everybody wants a good degree and a job and very good situation, which you are able to accomplish along with being in this Jetej Gurukul, correct, no? Because imagine if you join a Vedic Gurukul at the age of 5 and you have no material degree, sometimes there is a fear of survival in the material world. Whereas you all have getting best of both you are getting. And it's the Prabhupada's mercy that he created ISKCON temples in the heart of the cities. We can have both take care of material life, take care of spiritual life. But this subject, what we are talking today, is very important for all of you students because in essence, 3-4 things I spoke. The last thing I spoke is about the USB stick of the subtle body. We have to debug it. As sincerely, seriously do it, then you become eligible to return back to Godhead. And the one before that I showed our FitTuber video where he talks about importance of sleeping early and waking up early, correct now? And many, many nice things he showed in that, isn't it? And one before that I talked about the three story of the three gunas, isn't it? Sattaguna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. And that I spoke before that. In between, I spoke about the men who have strong character. Men of strong character, they are able to evade Maya. So becoming a pure devotee instantly is not possible, and escaping Maya is also not possible. But one thing that is possible within our reach is following these four regulative principles, living in the company of devotees. So I told you, like a tumbler or a glass. If you have the glass, then you can keep the milk. So surrendering to Krishna is like the milk. And that surrender to Krishna becomes easy when you are a man of character. And you can be a man of character when you follow the match formula. Mercy, austerity, truthfulness, clearness. Clear? Thank you very much. Prabhupada ki. I heard you have to go to college at 8 o'clock, no?
Some of them, not everyone.
I can take some questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Give the mic to them.
Can take 1-2 questions.
Yeah. Here. Okay, Kaushik can ask later. You can give, first chance should be given to the Nakul devotees. Then others will be given chance. Huh?
Prabhuji, as one of my friend, sir, as you mentioned that usually one doubt is there that a friend used to delegate. He communicated that four irregulative principles he used to follow, that no intoxication, all those, and he is a business-minded person, so he does not waste much of his time in any of the stuff. But just the time waste of his daily routine is just going to the mess. So Prabhuji, he used to he communicated with me and says that he and I also wake up early in the morning from my study from the early ages, because I in the 10th 12th I used to wake up at the 5 a.m. and used to study. So he said that currently you are doing spiritual, yes,
and I am studying.
Yeah.
So now there are boys. What to speak of this boy? I will tell you other examples. Boys who break all four relative principles and still they are toppers. There are boys like that. They'll be first rank or second rank in the class. They'll be smoking, drinking, roaming with girls, and they don't have to put much effort to study also. With very little effort, they crack. And that is because of the punya they are carrying from the previous life. You know, just like Ravana, it's said in the Ramayana, when Ravana, he had a handsome body also, and he had a golden lanka also. And he used to bring Devakanyas, Rishikanyas from all kinds of beautiful women from different parts of the world. He used to bring thousands of them he brought. And he also kept them very nice, giving them ornaments and sari and everything. And he wanted to enjoy life, drinking and everything. So somebody may say he is indulging in sinful activities and he's going on and on. Therefore, in Ramayana it is said, as long as his previous punya was carrying him, he was like up in the sky. When punya was finished, dhadal, he fell down. Exactly like the Kshine Punya Martyala Komishanti, you say. As soon as Punya is over, a person comes back to earth. So these people's Punya will carry them for a while. It's likely that they are not following any regulative principles and they are cracking the exam. They have a high IQ. High IQ is a gift from the previous life. Like your face cut now, you have, or the skin color, or the parents whom you got in this life, or the IQ you got. These are all a gift from the previous life. Now, if we compare them, we may say, oh, he is indulging in all these dirty activities and still getting good marks. I will also do if you do. Then you will only indulge in bad activities, you won't get marks like him. Because he is getting not because of indulging in bad activities. He is getting from the previous punya is getting. Correct, no? That's that kind of boy I am saying. Now the second type of boy is what you are talking about. Huh? A person who also leads a clean life. Huh? No meditating, no gambling. No. So I would consider this boy to be like Ajamila. Ajamila also was a Brahman. He was leading a very clean life, pure life. Yeah. So this boy says, I do my studies and I lead a clean life and I don't need Krishna consciousness. That's all right. Now wait and watch. I would request you to keep track of where this boy is going. After he finishes, mostly he'll go to America. Huh? And America, people are eating cow flesh. Even Brahmana boys from India, I can show you. They're eating beef. You wait and watch. You track him for the next 10, 20, 30 years, what he does. And you have to catch him that time. In case you are also going abroad, you catch him and say, see, you were very proud in the college days, now see your lifestyle. And I've seen boys, because you cannot remain in sattva without aspiring for Vishuddha sattva. Without making an aspiration, like Sattva-guni people, sometimes they become proud of the knowledge. Then they come to Rajaguna, because false pride is in Rajaguna. Sometimes Sattva people get some happiness, and because of the happiness they become little lazy and dull, and they go to Tamaguna also. They become very complacent. So he is thinking that by his own strength he will be able to maintain the character, which is an impossibility. What is because of him? Even practicing devotion service, people fall down. Huh? Yeah, because unless you practice spiritual life very seriously, you cannot be a man of character. He is claiming to be a man of character. Just wait and watch what happens. It's only a matter of time. Hmm? And another thing, let us assume that throughout his life, he lived like this. He didn't fall down also. At the time of death, what is he going to get? Now, just now we read in this verse, he is going to get one more human birth. Huh? And then again, he'll have to go to one more Devotee college again, somewhere he has to go. Join. He will have to study again slog for the job, earn money. Every day he has to pass stool, urine, he has to take a bath, he has to maintain baby bache, and he has to beget children, he has to do business for the whole life. Then birth after birth he will be taking. And one who is practicing Krishna consciousness, Krishna says, Tyaktva adeham punarjanmana iti mamit svajan. He goes back to Godhead. And that he cannot understand because he has no knowledge of spirituality now. If he says, I am very happy, you say, wonderful. If you are happy in that life, you be happy there. I am happy in this life, I will be happy here. That much you can tell him and leave him. One day he will come crying to you with problem. You will see that. Then you can give him spirituality. Correct, no? Unless people get a slap from Maya, they don't come very easily. Correct, no? Then you can tell him, whenever he is ready, okay, that's the right time to give him knowledge. Correct, no? Yeah, yes? Anybody else? So, yeah? Yeah, Kaushik ask.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji, for a very beautiful, powerful class. Guruji, you mentioned the more we develop sattva, the more we can hold Krishna consciousness. Means
like a glass.
Yeah.
Holding
glass.
milk. Yeah.
Yes. So, Guruji, in morning program, we develop sattva to good extent, but when we are in college or office, sattva goes down more and more.
Yeah.
In that case, how do we remain in sattvic position? Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Correct. It's like charging the mobile and then get discharged. Yes. Suddenly I find 3% remaining. So, one thing I would say is, because you cannot change our situation in the city life so much, so there are many practical things we can do. Say, if you are going to company by driving a bike, instead of that you can prefer a company bus. Then when you're going in the bus, you can put headphones, and you can hear some kirtan, you can hear some lecture. And you also get to take some little rest if you want. And then it's a 1 hour drive. So 15 minutes you take some relaxation, and then you sit with proper book and read. You have some time. But if you're driving the bike, you cannot do these things. Correct? No, that's one thing. And after reaching the office, you have a cabin or somewhere where you sit and do work. You can have a picture. Radha Chandra, you have a picture, isn't it? Yeah, you have something that reminds you of the Lord. Correct? No? And also you make the to-do list in the morning itself, what I'm going to do today. Something very concrete, something very fruitful. You plan the day. Because once you are going to be busy with activities, even if passionate opportunities come for wasting time, you won't waste. Correct, no? So you go from one duty to the next duty. Next duty to the third one. Like that you do. And if phone calls come, you don't unnecessarily pick up every phone call and talk. You see who it is calling. And then, because many times the prime time is a time when you should not interfere with anything else. Say like morning, if you go to company by 9, so 9 to 1 is a very good time to turn out solid work. That time you can even tell people, all your people, that nobody should call me in this time. You call me only post-lunch. Because post-lunch is a fresh time or a little dull time?
Dull time.
Little dull. So that time you can attend some calls. Correct, no? So, and then secondary work you can do in the post-lunch. Primary work should be done in the morning. And in the early morning, you plan what you will do. Because early morning is very good for planning, because you can actually be creative and thoughtful. What are vital activities? Prioritization and all should be done in the early morning. Today, out of the 15 things I have to do, only I have time for 8 things. Which 8 things I will do today? Those things, best thing to think early morning. That's what I generally do. So early morning you plan, between 9 to 2 you work, do the prime activities, vital activities. first priority activities. Then post lunch, you do second priority, third priority activities and attend some phone calls and everything like that. And also, as you are saying, draining. So what are the agents that are training that we should write down? See, when I am doing the company work in the computer, some pop-up comes, I get distracted. Then I write down, these pop-ups are distracting me. Like that you should write. Because once you identify the enemies, Krishna says in the Gita, then shooting down the enemies becomes easy. But you don't know who are the enemies and where are they situated. Then how will you shoot? That's why a thinking person can write down the name of the enemies. And then what is the method of shooting them down? Once you get into the action mode, then it is possible to avoid distraction. Correct, no?
Prabhuji, in this same connection, how do we deal with toxic people who are Rajoguni and Tamoguni? Because in office and colleges, so many of our friends and colleagues, they are into always passionate mode of life.
That's why I was telling you, in a classroom also, what I told you, 10% of the boys are good. In your office also, at least 10% will be good. Correct, no? If you connect with them, and if people see you talking to them, then others won't be getting access to you. Toxic people. But if you don't, that's why, do you want to make connections by design or default?
Design.
So you are talking, your problem is created because of default. You are without anybody talking to you, then toxic people are going to come and loot your time. But in case, as soon as some interval comes, you connect with good people, like Infosys. There are 25 engineers working in Infosys, all devotees. Every day during lunchtime, half an hour, they read Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
30 minutes. And then after Bhagavad Gita, they still keep talking to others for another 15-20 minutes because they have 1 hour lunchtime.
Lunch break.
So lunchtime is fruitfully spent. And that too in association of other devotees. They're all sitting in a circle and taking prasad together. See, they made it Krishna conscious. Correct, no? Clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So those who are in Nakul batch, I want them to recollect one point what they like the most. One takeaway point. Who are all Nakul devotees? Nakul devotees. Please give them the mic. Yes. One takeaway point for you. Takeaway means you heard a lot of things today. But what is one thing that you felt was very important in life and you learned something very good, you are going to keep it with you and apply in your life and you thought it's very beneficial. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So today the match formula which you told, I want to apply it to my life because as you told that we are getting deluded by the material energy. And if we are not following this match formula, then we will more get into that material energy. And material energy is such that it will keep indulging us in that side. So we should be careful and we should follow this match formula, like mercy, truthfulness, cleanliness, and all other things. Yeah. So I like to apply this to my life, and also the 3 modes of material nature which are there. I want me to like it is not possible for me to always be in sattva guna, but I will mostly avoid tamo guna and try to be in as much as sattva guna and little bit rajo guna when it is required.
Haribo, thank you. Yes.
I also like to about the waking early.
Yes.
That will the good habit for me. And as the parents wish to our son told me in good habits that he will wake up in the early. Means whatever we will do about the spiritual thing, other means study or something. That is the
very good. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I would, as first point you told that I would like to conserve my physical and mental energies, so I can use that in a more fruitful way in my spiritual life, and I would like to bring my sattva gun at more higher level.
Very good. Haribo. Then.
Prabhuji, and as you give examples, many examples were given by you. So I by doing the morning classes, I have knowledge about what the importance of spirituality and what we actually do, what it result in spirituality. Actually, what I mean to say, in the morning program, if we do morning program, our whole body is activated, so we can do more fruitful way do the task, and whole day will be a good one.
Nice. Yeah.
So any courses, even though other people are doing, even we Krishna conscious people can do it in a better way and could success in the life.
Yes.
And even do Krishna consciousness will aid us in in our curriculum based that is external life, materialistic life, and we could put an example towards the world. If you could do a Krishna consciousness, so you can be a
Much better.
much better.
Thank you. Haribol. Who else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So as you said, first of all you have to conserve energy and channel it to do good.
Exactly.
So first of all, I'll sleep early in order to wake up early, and then by waking up early, I'll first devote my time, first 1 to 2 hours to Krishna consciousness. Then I'll prioritize my task. I'll list my task and I'll prioritize my task. What will be the priority, and by that priority, I'll execute my task in between 9 to 2.
Yes.
And while doing so, as you said, my friend also said, ki, how can we avoid Rajoguna Tamagun people? And as you said, we can take association of good people who practice Satogun. So I will do that while doing my task. And after that,
that way you will design your association.
Yes, design. I will design. I will not go to default. And while also doing so, I will in between maybe I will chant some rounds, or I will hear some kirtan, so that my Satogun won't go down that much.
Very good. You captured many points. Eh?
Yes.
Haribol. Captured many points.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, as you said, when you will chant the holy name of the Mahamantra, then you follow all regulative principle. So I will try to follow it all regulative.
Very good. Haribol. Then, any Nakul devotees, anybody else? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I would like to be like the first friend who had gratitude, was thankful, so that I always stay in Satoguna. And I would like to make the like the vessel you said, to make that vessel bigger, so that I can have more Satoguna.
Yeah, correct. Very good. Haribol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So the first point I like the most, which I like to apply in my life, is the management of time. As you said, the most productive time is the morning, and I will try to make all the best out of it. Take all the best and use it to prioritize my task and the whole day to make it effective. And the second point was the people around us. In the college, I have never judged anyone, right? It was just a default setting, but
correct.
From now on, I will
choose.
Yes.
Very good. Haribol. One very important thing I want to tell you, in the evening when you come back from the college, I hope you all may be coming back by 5 o'clock, is it? 5 you come back. So there are certain times of the day, the pockets of time get wasted. One of the pockets of time that get wasted is 5 to 5:30. If you reach at 5, you will see that as soon as you come, that time, how it goes, you don't know. Another time that get wasted is the time around prasadam. When you're taking prasad, before taking prasad and after taking prasad, a lot of time gets wasted. You will see that. So those who are very serious about studies, what they should do, if you are coming back in the evening, as soon as you come back, if you want to take a 5-minute nap, a power nap or something like that, you just lie down. I wouldn't close my eyes and sleep, but I would stretch my hands. Stretch hands, stretch legs, and lie in the bed. Do a little kind of, in the bed itself some exercise. You get stretched. Sometimes I would take a bath also when I would come back from the college. So, but the evening time, you should make up your mind in such a manner that evening time is a study time. But what many of our devotees do, the mistake I will tell you, they while away the evening time, when they come back, 5 to 5:30, 6, they're just chatting and with devotees talking around. Then they eat that prasadam. And then at 8 o'clock, they sit for studying, 8 or 8:30. And then they expect that I have to study till 12. Most of the boys do that, correct, no? In fact, most boys start after dinner at 9:30, 10 also. And they keep awake till 2 or 3 in the morning. You've seen that? Many boys do. So what we should assume as devotees, what our boys do between 10 to 2, we have to do between 5 to 9. Correct, no? So that is why the evening time is very vital for you. If you're going to be little casual, careless, you are not going to be able to make the best out of the evening. So be very alert and attentive about it. And you can keep a calculation how many hours you studied or wrote the assignments or did the college work and how much time you wasted. Every day keep a track. So that the track will come in the study card, it will come. Correct, no? Study card, you fill up how many hours you sat with the college book, like that. Those people, on an average, I'm telling you, every day for academics, you keep 2.5, 3 hours throughout the semester, you will never be in crisis. I can tell you, because the 3 hours is not only for studying. Sometimes you have to do some assignments also, correct, no? But those people who steadily, I'm telling you, even before the college begins, you are already reading the books. I used to get the purchase the books during the summer vacation itself. Some time of summer vacation you can play and spend some time, but then other time of the summer vacation you can also read, look ahead for the semester to come. Like right now the college is just starting, I think, correct, no? Already just started, yeah. So if you want to understand what teacher is teaching, you should be coming back and doing reviewing. What was taught in the classes. So you are reviewing the subject, you are also studying ahead, what is going to come ahead. Then college time also should be fruitfully spent. Don't wastefully spend it. And evening 3 hours also, if you study on the weekends, when you have Saturday, Sunday off, then you can study more hours also you have the weekends. So for a student means two main focuses, spirituality and academics. Mahamanasmara Yuddhacha, Krishna says. He also says that in Gita. And the third one is called sense gratification. Don't go for it. That's why you follow the 4 regs. When you follow the 4 regs, you save a lot of energy, time, and your intelligence will be one-pointed. You will not get distracted. Sense gratification makes you bahushaka hi anantascha buddhayo avyavasayina. You become multi-branched, mind going in all different directions. So your college is a very reputed college also. And this center is famous for producing very, meritorious students also. We had Sarvavata Prabhu, I think, correct, no? Sarvatma Prabhu guiding the academics of the residents here. And he used to always send me the marks are all very good marks. And your seniors have set a very good trend here. You just have to follow in the similar footsteps. Thank you. Who else? Who are knuckle devotees? Two more? Yeah. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So about today's session, as you mentioned about default and design setting. So Asmit Prabhu and Achintya Prabhu, they are both in my class.
Okay, but you already got 2 friends. Amazing. So you can keep them on either side of you.
So, but
very special good fortune to get devotee friends in the same class, same division. Yeah.
But most of the time we have different friend groups. So now after this session, I will try I will be with them most of the time, and talking about spirituality. So that will be my
very good. And also another alternative is those friend circle which you are in, you make them devotees.
Yes.
That's another possibility. Haribol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. From the today's lecture, I like the point about the tree, means how 3 people got there and 3 people see in 3 different ways.
Correct.
And we can learn from that it is all about perception. Anyone can do anything about that tree, but the Satvagani person did the best thing, that was to show the gratitude to the tree. And the Rajaguni person tried, means from his perspective, he tried to make his business.
Yes.
And the Tamaguni person just only revenge for not granting this part.
Right.
So I learned from that perception changed our lives.
Very good. Haribol. All covered? Yeah. He's a BMS person, no?
Yeah, he's
also very intelligent. Very good. He can give lectures also. he knows a lot.
We have got 2-3 devotees from here.
Oh, okay, very good.
One major highlight, Praji, for the lecture was the importance of morning program and the association of devotees. How Sattva Guna, like we had the example of discharging of a battery and charging of a battery.
Correct.
The morning program, it charges our Sattva Guna and our positive thinking.
Correct.
And it helps us academically also, like to interact with others in the college or in the material world.
In fact, many people do not know this. If the morning program is done well and your good consciousness is cultivated, it gives lot of support in the daytime. For example, your interpersonal dealing in the day depends on your morning program. Any day you didn't do morning program, your mind is little weak. You pick up quarrel very easily. You get irritable very easily. But if you have calmed your mind, cleansed your mind, then you are dealing. In fact, by that good dealing, you also get a lot of support from so many others also. Very good. Like I'm doing a program in the company, managing relationships in corporate circles. So there we have an elaborate thing on this topic. So people don't know morning program is like a foundation for the day, for the whole day. Thank you. I also, Devashish Prabhu just check whether he's giving Bhagavatam class. He's giving? Oh, then I would like to go because he's a very senior leader from Bangladesh. No, I would like to be there because it takes 15 minutes to go from here. I can give prasad and go?